All right. This is a test. This is the first live stream uh, on the new channel. So this is merely just a test to see how it performs, especially with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, because it can be very high demanding. So here it is. I'm here. Uh, I'm back. So yes, welcome to the channel. If you are new, fake pilot. There's two play on words in that. If you get it. Obviously, I'm not a real pilot, hence the name. I have come across from Twitch originally, where I streamed under Ryan VPDU Taylor, which was and still is our virtual airline there. There'll be some links and stuff for you in the future for that. But for now, this is merely just a test. And he's Pakistan, yeah. I am back. So haven't flown for a while because I've been doing FIFA videos, as you might notice, or EAFC 26. I'm also hoping that this video that's live now stays live on the channel so you can watch it back. It's just two short flights today from Manchester to Belfast and back again. It's been a while since I've been in here, so I'll just do some stuff and then I will make sure it's all visible for you for starters. Has been a while, so let me just go and do some stuff on Volanta and then I should be able to go here and hit refresh. Oh, there it is. So there's that. That's a start. The logo's down in the bottom, that's good. I'm up in the top, that's good. What else? Volanta's done. Obviously there's no sound at the minute, so you can probably only just hear me. Vatsim connect as EZ. 5476 Romeo. It's been a while since I connected to vatsim as well, so I've got no idea if that's even connected right. You can find out. Okay, let's do to the next one. The pilot's life is on. That's what I'm doing this flight on, so we'll be tracking it through that. I was meant to be doing this flight with a friend, but he's not doing very well at the minute. So if Jason is watching this and looks back, I hope you're doing all right, mate. I hope you're getting a bit better. I think we might. Ready to just start going. I think that's done. That's done. Turn that on. All right, so I'll just actually I can do it this way still, can't I? If I remember how. Oh wow, funky! So you should be able now to see. I hope you can. That's our route today out of Manchester, across over the Isle of Man and up into Belfast, and then the return I'll show you a bit later. Back to that. Oh, I could also, if I really wanted to, just drag that onto here. Look, I could have just shown you that way. Either or works. Works either way. A bit big like that. Yeah. Chuck that back over there. Good. All right, let's get some power in the old girl, shall we? Let's turn some batteries on. All right. Let's let that start up. Have a little bit of dome light. We'll get the emergency lights on. No smoke into auto. Nav into 2 because it is dark outside. Strobes to auto. Crew supply on. Ground control is available. And let's align the ADIRS. Get some light on in here because it's pretty dark. It's better. GSX. We will just go and operate the stairs. Rosie says, I hope you've done the dishwasher and tidied the house. Absolutely not. It's my day off. Absolutely not. Let me know if it's too loud, the sounds, against my volume, so I can edit it and turn it down and whatnot. Let me know. Just let me know throughout. I will try and watch this back, to be fair, just to see if there is any issues. But let me know as we go along. That would be a great help. All right. 122.8. Let me just check that this is working. No. Why are you not working? 1 second. Actually, I think I know why it ain't working. Won't work if it ain't plugged in. This could be quite funny then, couldn't it? That shows how long since I've been on here. Alright. This is Fenix A320 sharklets. Sorry, fence tips, no sharklets on this one. We've got the stairs attached. Let's have a look. Then it's been that long since I've done this. I've got no idea. I don't even know if my vatsim is even working, to be fair. It says TX is, but I'm so used to there being another noise in the background. And there's nobody else on the ground with us, I don't think, so I can't even get a radio check. No. Oh, there is. I think there's a geezer over there, actually. Just landed. Him over there. I have flooded the ground with some because I didn't think there'd be anybody on, but there's a Ryanair, apparently. Maybe he's not on. He should come in, apparently. I don't see a Ryanair over there. So, no. That's alright. We'll just see how it goes. Let's get some... Oh, really dark in here since I last used this. I had my joystick. My joystick wasn't attached. Wasn't plugged in. And now I've got a feeling that it ain't going to work unless I go out. That'll be fun, won't it? Better just see if we can have a quick look. This could be funny, couldn't it? It's there. Set. Alright, let's start getting some passengers on board then. Get this Fenix set up. I'll have a bit more brightness if you don't mind. Tar. Alright, 29 minutes left, ground services, everything's open. Open the cargo doors for them. Load the aircraft, 6 minutes, and let's go and get GSX to do the same, because I don't like using that same system because sometimes it bugs out. Request the boarding. Don't attach the tug yet. Alright, so in come all the belt loaders, and we should start seeing all of the people piling in. Mass and balance is on. Alright, so we can now head down to the MacDo and start entering all of our relevant information for this flight, which I have got here.
Passengers boarding starting.
Yeah. All in here. So all of our information that we need is done by SimBrief. So we'll get that information plugged in, and I'll talk through it as we go. So back on here, should have a load message. We'll just accept that. That's a Fenix thing. That's nothing to worry about, and we'll get all the relevant flight information from SimBrief into the init page. The Fenix. There it is. So we're easy 476 Romeo, Manchester to Belfast with Edinburgh as our alternative. 36 minutes, quite short. So we'll drag the company information in now. I'm not using the company route, obviously, but the init request will pull it in for us. So Easyjet 476 Romeo. Cost index is 6, and it's a flight level 2240. Across the sea. We'll align on reference the IRS, and the tropopause is 40361. Should be 360, but it's fine. Flight plan then. So as you guys saw earlier, it's going to be a 5 left departure out of Manchester on the drumroll Amis 1 Sierra departure out to the left over the top of Manchester. And then when we arrive, we just got to do a little bit of doctoring. There is nobody online at the minute, but Belzoo will disappear. Ipset there, insert that. Airport. So Egaa arrival will be a ILS 25. No start, straight in. So when we get to Ipset, we will then fly direct to get onto the ILS. If anything changes, we'll adapt it. It is IFR, so we do really need ILS at Belfast currently. So that's the init page done. Now we're just waiting for everyone to get on board. It's a Hotel 5, so that's a headwind 5 average trip across. It should all be lined in 1 minute. Still just wondering what is going on here. Until somebody comes online, I won't know what's happening. But cabin announcements. Should be something here. So where's that then? Craft loaded. Oh, it's in here. Look. It's a V-Pilot VHF1, which is on. Turn that down because it's normally loud. Okay, nav's upgraded, and it should be on. That's balance there. Right. Seems to be all right my end at the minute, which is good. It's more or less what I'm just trying to see what it's going to be like. The performance side of things. We'll close these up so we know we're loaded, and we'll just go and stick the information in for the zero fuel weight, which is 55.6, and zero fuel weight 32.4 for the CG. Yep, 32.4, and the block fuel we're taking should be 4.5. You would probably normally tanker this, to be fair. You would just take enough fuel for there, and if it's coming back again, you would just take enough fuel to come back normally. But that's fine. We'll wait for it to give us all of our relevant information. Takeoff weight. That ain't right, I don't think. That does not look right to me in there. I don't know what that's doing. Anyway. Why is it doing it like that? Doesn't look right to me. Takeoff weight and landing weight. My landing weight must be very, very short. Okay, so okay, makes no sense to me, that landing weight. Okay, what's typing 4s then? Anybody else see that, or just me? Well, that ain't good. Block fuel. Oh, I think it was me being an idiot, look. That's why, Ryan. You're an idiot. So 58.3, but it doesn't excuse why that's doing that. 58. Well, I got to my house. I don't know what that's typing. That's weird. Nothing else is... Yeah, that is lot. Okay. This happens when you don't fly for a while. Everything changes. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, landing weight's 58.3. 58.3. It seems to have sorted itself out now. So we'll have a medium break in there. Alright, that's that bit over with. Alright, so Manchester, 5 left departure. It is currently dry. Anti-ice is not needed. Packs can stay on. Intersection data. We will try and get off from... We don't need full length here, so we'll get off from Alpha Foxtrot. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's enter this information into performance then. So we're shifting up the runway 600 meters. Flaps will be 1 down 0.5. That's the trim, so we'll be trimming the nose down 0.5. Flex temp 66, so we'll be tricking the engines into believing the outside temperature is 66 degrees to have a deaccelerated takeoff. 135, 135, 135 across the board for our V1, VR and V2. So V1 is, we must take off at V1. At VR we will rotate. V2 we should climb out at. Oh, good. So that's all calculated and sorted in there. Now let's get our own auxiliary power to the aircraft and the seatbelt signs on. And then we can disconnect ground power. ARC with 10 nautical miles. So, taxi route, nice and easy. Down. See if we can stick that on here for you. So we'll be going down Juliet Echo, and then Bravo, onto Alpha, and onto Alpha Foxtrot for a 5 left departure. And then a left-hand turn out over Manchester, and then head out towards Liverpool, before basically then heading direct up towards Ipset. More than likely, we'll just all the way up there. Job done. Okay, let's just check that Belanta is still tracking all of our movements. Seems to be. Alright, so normally I'd put in like 5,000, but there's no vatsim controllers on at the minute. It's currently 3:42 in the morning in England, so can't imagine there'd be anybody on. But yeah, we'll climb out to our up to 2.4, and we'll get rid of this stop marker. There's normally no climbing above 6,000 before certain points in England when you're departing. Yeah, it's 5,000 at Azim. Again, ATC would normally give us clearance to go higher than that. And again, I'm not a real pilot, so it doesn't matter. This is tracking, is it? Yeah, good. Alright, so auxiliary power is now on, so external power can go off. Turn the beacon light on. Get everything ready for a pushback. We'll close the doors, the chocks and cones can disappear, and so can the GPU unit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get GSX to prepare for pushback and departure. Just make sure I've done everything. Normally I don't have to talk to anybody, so I can just do it, at least for a while, since I haven't been on Twitch. I can just do it all myself without having to worry. We'll just leave 2,000 in there in case somebody comes on. 122.8 for vatsim is on. Alright. Here's Dawn. She's here to
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
help us go backwards, Shiz. Didn't know Dawn, she was in what is it? Gavin and Stacey.
Locking gear.
Back in here for a minute. You ready or what? There we go. We want to face west.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Well, his APU bleed on, beacon light is on, and let's start engine number 1. Just where she's going to... That's health and safety at its finest there, Dawn. Yeah, absolutely. No, we won't be starting anything if we don't have any fuel, right? Try again. Good job I'm not a real pilot, innit? Otherwise we would... Cool, blimey. I think I've got some views somewhere. Manchester traffic easy 476 Romeo is pushing back from stand 1 Julia Echo, Manchester. And everyone say goodbye to Dawn. Engine number 2.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Unlocking gear.
where all my views are. Alright, that's available. She's taking the pin out now.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is
Two good
clear.
engine
Right is
starts. We will switch off the APU. Alright, flaps. Oh. Flaps 1, arm the spoilers, and we were down 0.5, which is there. So, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, and neutral. Rudder pedals, back in a second. Been playing racing and that, so I needed to just change my pedals over, take my slippers off. Alright. Full left and full right there, as well as a bloody cable. What the hell's that doing? Oh, Jesus Christ, eh? You thought I'd be more prepared than this, wouldn't you, for a live stream? No. Alright, so I have to start anti-ice, not needed. Ecam status is checked. It's all good. Pitch trim is set and the rudder trim is neutral. We'll reset it there. Alright. Auto brake max. And Manchester ground easy 476 Romeo is taxiing 05 left on Juliet Echo Bravo Alpha Foxtrot holding point Manchester traffic. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get some taxi lights on and let's release some brakes. Go for a little gentle roll, shall we? It looks like it might be a bit foggy here in Manchester this morning. Buzz the cabin and we'll check. Config is takeoff spec, so we're all good. So now we just got to get where we're going. So I better get my maps up. What's this one here? Look at that, nice and foggy morning. Oh, we're on Bravo now.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you very much. Much gracias, eh? Alright, all the way down Bravo then. There's nobody on vatsim, so that's good. Pace up, I think, down here. We're looking for Alpha Foxtrot holding point, which is the one on the left after the Bravo and Alpha intersection. departures here. Here is Bravo Alpha and Bravo Delta coming off. Brake check. Yeah, brakes are good. So will be this next lefty loosey up here. And we'll get ready to depart. Lights on. I think it looks better without them all on, to be fair. A bit foggier down here. Oh, well, that only makes it look worse. Right. Okay, here is Alpha Foxtrot and Alpha Echo. Alpha Echo is the one that just snicks off to the left there. It's a runoff for 2-3 right arrivals. Manchester traffic easy 476 Romeo, lining up and departing runway 05 left to the west. Manchester traffic. Alright. Strobes on. Runway lights. Takeoff lights. And landing lights and takeoff light. Left hand turn to line up with the runway now. Sometimes I'll do immediate departures, but just for this one, I'm just going to line up. It's not too busy. Hit the brakes. Check that we're all good. Everything's on. TCAS, lights, camera, action. We're all good up here. Everybody looks like it's on. Don't want the dome light on for takeoff. Alright, takeoff. Amflex SRS runway auto thrust blue. $80 knots. V1 rotate. Positive climb, get up. Just want to make one little adjustment very quickly just so we don't. Alright. Plus climb set. Nice, beautiful morning. Out over Manchester now. Should just be coming up to like Stockport, I think. Left hand turn. Flaps retract. Beautiful. You can see the fog there now. And we'll continue to hand fly for a little bit. Probably not going to see too much. There we go, just popped out of that low lying cloud fog that we've got there. Alright, autopilot 1. And standard pressure. Phone's going off. Oh, I know who that is already. Do you want to buy anything for your new car? Alright, so we are up and away. We will just continue to monitor the systems as we go. So, like we said, very, very short flight. We will turn around on the ground. We'll get everybody off, get all their spaggage off. We'll get everybody back on, bring their spaggage on, and then we'll get ourselves back to Manchester to finish off the stream. So maybe, what's it, how long we've been on so far? 38 minutes, another 30, half an hour, 20 minutes on the ground, half an hour back. Yeah, maybe 2 and a bit hours, 2 flights. Hopefully the stream is okay. It's telling me it's good. Telling me that we're getting some good good stuff, excellent conditions and whatnot. So I'm hoping that everything is okay there. They want me to try a bigger bit rate, 13,500. Can always give that a go then. Alright, 10,000 feet just before I forget. Turn the lights off and we'll get rid of the seat belts. Output. Video bitrate for streaming, 13,500. We'll change that to 160 as well. Apply. Oh, hopefully that's a bit better. It's where it's asking for it to be now, so got a good connection. Give it a refresh. See what that's like. Alright, so open climb, because we're just ignoring all those stoppages. I've lost my internet. Are you fucking kidding me? So I actually lost my internet then. Because everything went. To set my frame rate to 30. I actually lost my internet then. Don't know why. Alright, output. Stream. No, we'll leave it at 60. Wants me to stream at 30. I don't see how that makes any difference, YouTube. And this is why we do tests, is to make sure that everything works. Current frame rate is too high. Please set the frame rate to 30 FPS. Well, I can't change it now. We are connected back here now on. Alright. Should all be back and going now, so we're just going over the top of Liverpool. Just down there. I do prefer flying at night, you know, because it looks better from above. You see all the lights. I think it looks better. Alright, so there's the remainder of our route as we go across from Liverpool, crossing the Irish Sea towards the Isle of Man and then Ipset. So we're just going to take a nice big direct to well, I might go over the top of Castletown, which will be OM, so we can I don't know where that is though. It should be on here. Yeah, direct to Pepeg. Which is where our top of descent will start. Then into Ipset, left-hand turn, final, jobs are good. So I don't have any dropped frames. Everything looks to be good. We're streaming it. It's got a good connection. I think the internet actually dropped out a minute ago because I lost it on everything. So yeah, that's always good fun. Let's turn the brightness up on this one and go and read this company message to get it off the screen because it does me head in. GSX can disappear for a minute. Enter the destination data already. Wowee. Forgot how quickly these short flights can come at you. No thanks, just leave the speed at 280 please. Okay. Yep, so that's that done. And back up to 280 speed is fine. 240. Should have plenty of fuel. Alright, all the lights are off that need to be off. Strobe and nav on. Seatbelt signs off. Alright, everything looks good. Now we just got to make our way across the sea to the other side. And all this time just making sure that my stream's alright, because that's what this is for. Don't expect many people to watch this, and all the people that do watch everything so far, I've only seen EAFC stuff. So all of a sudden they're going to see flight sim stuff. But the bio says I will show you everything that I do when I can. Flying is my most favourite thing. But obviously live streams can be pretty boring with a small audience. Obviously quite a few following on Twitch. It's good fun on there, but I want to bring everything across to YouTube now. So we're basically starting again, getting in some new followers, some new people. Okay, so we'll just check some systems, make sure we're all looking good. Have we got an updated METAR yet? No, but it's going to be roughly the same. So we can just go to our approach phase and just put in a few details. So the QNH is 1032, obviously quite high pressure there. Same in Manchester. It is 10 degrees on the ground and it is a 340 at 2. So very variable. I will be sticking with an ILS approach because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is still IFR conditions. Yep, 16 minutes ago. It's IFR conditions. Wowee. We've actually got, if I can find my little... I've not seen that one before. So what is RE? DZ is drizzle. We've got an RE. So visibility is 4,000 meters, overcast at 500 feet. Very, very misty. And the humidity is 100%. That's obviously not humid with heat. It's just horrible conditions there. So literally you're up for what? We've been flying for 13 minutes from takeoff and we are minutes away from our top of our descent. Literally top of descent. Is where? Why is? Because of the speed. Top of descent is 4 minutes away. Alright, so we'll go and get some arrival information. 500 feet minimums here Well, obviously we can do a Cat 3. That would just be auto land 50. 468, which is 200 feet, and apparently it's 5. So we should be able to go down to that. So next phase. 468 for the barrow as well, and we're going to go down to 2,000 feet. Should be plenty. Yeah, literally 36 minutes like that. I think you're going to spend more time descending than what you are going up. Just find out where we're going when we get to Belfast. Where are we going? We are going to stand. Great, not even marked stand. That's where we're going. And not even marked stand. I think I can find out which one that is. Yeah, we are going to stand 16 when we arrive. I think I just realised something. I'm just going to double check that. That is not actually. Yeah, we can't actually get off there. So we only need a small amount of brake. Oh no, we will go medium, sorry. We will go medium, just double checking that there. Yeah, we'll go medium and then we'll just roll out. We'll turn right onto runway 17. Then off the other end. So our arrival will be like this. So we should come down onto 17, right hand turn, and then onto Charlie Lima, and then into 16, which is here. This is not actually a like, we can't use that for our aircraft. Just had a double check of it. Definitely not. So we will all the way out. And even when I thought medium, we're still not going to get stopped there anyway. We're going to be stopping somewhere around here. So that is the plan of action for when we get down on the ground. And we'll also have our normal speed for going down as well. We won't be doing this 280 knots. Alright, we'll start our descent now and we'll go to manage speed. Just like that, 16.5 minutes after thrust applied for takeoff, we're on the way down into Belfast. So I use a Pilot's Life, which is an app that gives me all routes for certain airlines, all airlines all over the world. So I'll always be flying in different places. I've also got another app that I use where I'm flying not all of them, but I'm using, bringing back British Midland. I don't know, many people from England should remember British Midlands. Yeah, so there'll be different types of stuff. There'll never be massively long, you know, videos. If I do, I would condense them down into an actual video. So if I was doing a long haul with, you know, the A350 or A380, I would be condensing those videos down. I wouldn't be live streaming them. They would be edited videos. But for this one, this is just like I said, this is just a test. I just want to see how it all goes, really. Make some changes along the way to the settings and whatnot, and just make sure that everything is everything's working all right for future streams. So again, we've got an excellent connection again now. Just doesn't like the frame rate. 30 FPS or less. I'm streaming at 60, which I can't see that being a problem, but it thinks it is. All right, we'll just get ready a bit early. We'll get some seatbelt signs on. It was a short hop across. I can't imagine too many people would have had too many drinks. The manager just tried calling me. I wonder what I haven't done or what I have done wrong. Alright, so just passing 20,000 feet now. Set the ND range to 40 and we'll get the LS button on, which will provide us all the information for arriving into Belfast via ILS, and it will mark everything for us. You'll see it all activate a bit closer to the ground for those that haven't seen it before. That wouldn't be the sun coming up over there, would it? No chance. There's the Isle of Man just behind us now. $51 to go. Not urgent. Alright. It's not urgent. If it was urgent, we'd be knowing about it. So here is Island. Not urgent, but let me know when you're free. It's all that staying up to date at the top there. Speed, altitude. Yep, looks to be. It's good. Scan on main gain. Ah, they've updated this. Auto on. Oh yeah, look, there we go. I'm very, very impatient now. I want to know what it is. I've got a feeling it might be something to do with this bloke that's coming in Monday. That's what I'm guessing. And then here is Northern Ireland. Oh yeah, you can see that looks quite low down there. The lights of Belfast trying to break through it. Obviously Belfast is there and the airport is outside of Belfast. All right, coming up on 10,000 feet very shortly, so we're going to go ahead and change to QNH now, just so that we can get to, obviously, with high pressure, we will be higher than what we should actually be, so we'll change that now as we get towards 10,000, ready for the B change down to 250. Just be slightly off profile for us for a little while now. There's the 250 change. We will just apply a little bit of speed brake there just to help out with that change. I completely forgot about the QNH being so high. Won't be long before we catch up. So 10,000 feet, we'll get the landing lights on, strobe lights on, and we'll just turn the nose lights on inside of the undercarriage for now, so we don't forget. It's all right down there. I was planning to do a flight out of Melbourne, but the airport, it's closest airport to me here in Australia, it's but not very well optimized whatsoever for 2024, and I've turned some of the settings down or removed them from that airport. My god, I get 30 frames, and I'm using like frame gen on here, so I'm getting about 70 frames here and probably a little bit lower at busy ones, but that I can't, yeah, absolutely not worth it. So we'll retract the grounds there. We will retract the spoilers now, and we'll give the cabin a bell just to let them know that we are very close to landing. We'll just refresh the meta, see if another one comes up. No. So we're going to land based on this meta. Belfast traffic easy 476 Romeo is 23 nautical miles, runway 25. We'll call on final. Belfast. Alright, let me just check some settings actually. Yes, everything's working there, that's good. Microphone. Should be that one there, so there we go. Somebody should be able to hear me at least. Alright, here's the deacceleration part. So this is where the plane will fly at its lowest speed possible without setting any flaps. It will go down to what's called green dot speed, and we'll see that on the left hand side. It's just hiding around the 180 mark there. Sorry, 200, that's 220. Around the 200 mark, see this green dot. And we'll start heading down to that deacceleration as we head down towards 2,000. 2.5 we should catch with the glide slope. And then all the magic will happen. Hopefully. And hopefully we get it right as well. Very, very cloudy here this morning. Full of mist and fog. So there we go. We're going down towards the green dot speed now at 4,000 feet. Once I land this and all the passengers are getting off, I'll give my manager a quick ring back. Right, we'll just fly at green dot speed for now, because we are on profile. It's 12 miles to run, so it's probably a 10-mile final, so we should have plenty of time. Alright, you can all sit in your seats, please. And we'll just get GSX to give us Egaa. We want the main terminal, and we are looking for 16, please. Handling by Easyjet. There we go. That's good. Alright, here's that low lying mist that we've been talking about as we come in. I'm going to go flaps 1 now, just before this turn. Belfast traffic easy 476 Romeo is 10-mile final, runway 25, Belfast. Alright. There we go, so now we'll do localizer, and we should pick that up as we make this turn. And flaps 2 now. So I've just noticed we are still very high. The glide slope's coming down, but I've noticed this with the Fenix and some airports. Some it is like crisp and clean, and some of the others it just like does not. It just like holds for ages before then it like chips the nose. Didn't do that in 2020. 2024 I've noticed it more, but that's okay. So we will go on to approach mode now, and we'll capture the glide slope there. We'll just give ourselves a little bit of speed brake just to bring the speed down a touch. We'll go flaps 3 and gear down, and we'll arm the spoilers. And we'll definitely be ready for landing. We'll just get rid of that now because I don't need that on there. There's the gear down lot, and you can see it makes it worse with the mist. And flaps full, please. And now we are fully ready for landing. Belfast traffic easy 476 Romeo is 4-mile final, runway 25, last call, runway 25, Belfast. And we've got rain as well. Why not? Why not just throw it all in there? I reckon so. Can't see anything. No problem. Throw some wet weather in there. No problem. So we should be able to see the runway lights once we get a bit closer. It wasn't a very peaceful. In fact, I can see them now already. You guys should be able to see them. They're just here. Just wait for a little bit more confirmation that I can see them. It'd be well before minimums. Auto brake is set, and we are cleared to land. Alright, my plane. Oh, this is disgusting, isn't it? It's absolutely disgusting. Calypso lemonade. Oh, now we can feel it. Continue.
Flight slow. 30, 20, retard.
Hold that there. There we go. Oh. Manual brakes. No, sorry, auto brakes. Spoilers. Now manual brakes. I would do if it would let me. Okay, no manual brakes. Wouldn't come off. They're there. But that wouldn't remove them for some reason. And we'll just roll out. And we've got the right hand turn here on to runway 17. It's 35 and 17. 30 knots. Start up our APU for arrival, and we should just run off the APU whilst we are on the ground here. Absolutely disgusting morning here. Be glad to get out of here, to be fair. Alright, so we are off the runway now, so taxi lights and landing lights off. Strobe to auto. Belfast traffic. Easy 476 Romeo is clear of runway 25, taxiing Charlie Lima run to 16 Bay. Helps if you get your words out. Belfast. Alright. Just make our way up there now. Nice and slowly, and we'll just put everything back so that. Track the flaps. APU is available, that's good. And we are looking for stand at 16. It is just past the Easyjet plane there on the left. Okay, I see it. Tell if there's a plane in my way. Don't think there is. We're over there. Jet 2. 50. What is it? £50 off for a family of 4. Something like that. I can't remember what the joke is. Been a long time since I've heard that advert. But here is 16 coming up then, just after the Bravo turn off here on the right. We will make a turn to the left, so we'll turn off the runway. That 16 is here. Okay. I'll turn the taxi light off now, because I think I should be able to see it. I can, so I won't blind everybody at the gate. Dome light on. Feel it slowing down a little bit here. Too early for me. I think Easyjet normally do a 1-engine taxi, but I can't be bothered. See if GSX gets this nailed on the head. They don't normally. I've gone a bit too far anyway. Alright, engine 1 and engine 2 is off. I parked a bit too far, did I? What, by not? Yeah. So GSX actually did get one on the money. That's pretty cool, to be fair. Something. Alright, so engine and the beacon light off, seatbelt signs off, and you can start.
Departing requested.
There we go. That one's going to do it for me. So we will deboard passengers. I will unload this flight, and I'll just go and make a phone call whilst they unload everybody in the pissing down rain. It's always fun, isn't it? And I'll be back very shortly after this phone call.
Passengers deboarding started.
All right, I'm Pakistan. Okie dokie. Right, what are we doing? Planes. We're flying planes. That's what we're doing. We're just going to run off the APU. Everybody is going to deboard. Let's just go and get rid of some of the stuff here. Don't need that. They can stay open. That can go open for now. All right, let's just go and get ourselves a new flight plan. So we're going to be easy. I don't know exactly yet, but this is going to be. Oh my God, it helps if you get your pen to work, doesn't it? So we'll be EZY702 on the way back to Manchester. I'll just set this up now. Actually, I don't know if it will interest anybody. What am I doing, man? So we'll quickly do a quick sim brief now. EZY702. We want this one. And what we'll do is we'll see exactly where it was, where it went, how high it went, where it went to. 21 it went to, and then came straight back down. So we're going to do 21,000. Let's do a cost index of 6. We're in a normal. Oh. We will choose Gatwick. That's what they don't fly to. Heathrow. We're going to depart on runway 25 as the one we landed on. They're saying that it's changed now. Yeah, and we'll land on. Yeah, we'll do 05. Do 05 left. It's not very busy this morning there yet. We'll just move the time around, so get rid of that because of the stupid thing it puts in. So EZY702, Belfast, Manchester, Fenix A320, cost index of 6. Gatwick is our alternative, not that we should need it. We'll depart on the runway we landed on 25, and we will land on the departure we departed on at Manchester. Flying to 21,000, and it can give us all the passengers it thinks we need. Now, we'll let that load in, and there will definitely be a slightly different arrival there because we won't be going to Mersey for this arrival. That will definitely change. Alright, so I will run through those changes with you once I have got it set up. Just check everything. So we need to pre-file vatsim so we can reconnect as 702. Don't have a funky call sign here. We'll connect as EZY702. I think we actually got disconnected from the network, to be fair, so I don't think we was actually on vatsim on the way back in, but that's okay. We will start a new flight here, and we will chuck this in, and let me just check this now. Yep, that's all updated at the top there, I believe. At the top of the screen up here. Yep. Good. That's all on, and then we'll just import into Navigraph for this flight, and then I'll bring Navigraph over here so you guys can see it. So this is the route we've got. We'll depart on 25. We have now got a 4 knot. 17 any better? 7's the best, but I can't be bothered to go all the way over there. Nah, we'll stick with 25. It's not the end of the world. 25 and then Manchester 05 left. Now we've got all these arrivals. Manchester has some very, very strange ones, so there is absolutely no point us coming doing that. So we're just going to take a ILS final. Straight from Wolsey, so we just go straight to... It's got that arrival in, hasn't it? Okay, yeah, so we just remove that part, so we'll come straight in there, straight off there, bang, straight in, job done, lovely jubbly. Just come into here, and we will import the next flight, and we'll start getting everybody on board for the return. Alright, sim brief is okay. Just give that a minute to load its stuff in, because it can take a while sometimes. The old GSX. Okay. We can get rid of that for now. We can go into plan mode over there. Still 1032 for the QNH. I think everything else is going. I'll move this back now, and then we will adjust it. Alright, so GSX, we want to request the boarding.
Requested.
No. Alright, so it won't take us 31 minutes from now. We'll load the aircraft 8 minutes. Ground services, it's all good. Alright, so we'll go back and re-put in our information for the return leg. Boarding the passengers now.
Passengers boarding starting.
Where do they walk out from somewhere? Yeah, there, look. Sometimes GSX, you'll have like 168 passengers to board, and it'll board 2. I've got no idea why it does that sometimes, but it does. But there's our lot all coming on the walkway, which is good, or well behaved. Alright, so Gatwick is our alternative here, and we've got some arrival information that we didn't need to bother looking at because it's absolutely pointless. Alright, so we'll request the init route for us back to Manchester, and then we'll put in all of the other bits. So we'll be 702, 6 is the cost index, and a 210 in there. The chopper pause is 40, 5, 5, and 7. So EGAA, let's take a look. There are no departures. There's no departures out of here, so it'll just be 25 and then make a left-hand turn to Lisbo. Near Humberside is Libso. That's what I was getting confused at then. Yeah, so we'll make the just climb to about 1718, make a left-hand turn towards Lisbo, and then out over Pepod, and then back down into Manchester. So Manchester arrival. So we're gonna make sure we set it up here for ILS 5 left, and we'll want the Macux 1 mic. There it is. I thought it was the Mal one. And then insert that. Then once we head down here, we can see that it's got some real funky. Actually, no, I need to doctor. I think we just need to get rid of that one and that one. There we go. And then insert that. Get rid of that. Oh no, it's got us doing that loop, so that's not right. We should be able to edit that. No via. Turn and insert, and that should get rid of the loop, which it has. So we get rid of Mersey. I didn't realise it put Manchester in as the default. Yep, so now we'll come in 17 at I-bar and then 250, make the left hand turn, Manchester 5 left. Job done. Okie dokie. Now we just need to wait for the plane and the passengers to be ready. So whilst that happens, I'm just going to go and make myself a drink, and I will be back. Are we there yet? Oh, come on. Come on. Not even loaded yet. Beautiful. All right. So, the wind then. Let's do what we can. It's only... It's basically nothing. It's a tail 4. The opposite to what we had on the way there. Block of fuel, I'm looking at 4.8, not 400 and... What did I put in? 4,800 or something. Then he did it again, look. 4.8. We'll just wait for the 0 fuel weight. And the centre of gravity. Bish bash bosh. Yeah, it's quite a lot of Easyjets here, isn't there? So some people's bags got wet, and some people's bags didn't. I think it's actually stopped raining, to be fair. The old AUPU on. See, now you've done that, pal, you should actually be up there handing me all the information, mate. Back into ARC, we'll just start moving some knobs and dials just to get all set up and prepared for leaving. Beacon doesn't need to be on, but the seatbelts can go on because refueling is completed. Everyone can start getting themselves strapped in as we go back to Manchester, and we'll just go back to the gate we was at before. There we go. Boarding is completed on GSX's side. And it's now completed on our side. So it's going to be a 50... It's going to be a 60, actually. And it will be a 31.6 for the centre of gravity. That will give us a proper landing weight this time. And hopefully that thing stops doing it. 63.4 will be our landing weight. 63.4. That looks completely better, doesn't it? And we can use... yeah, we can use a medium brake again at Manchester. Get off a little bit earlier. 5 left. Hopefully we can get off at Foxtrot and then just make our way up into Juliet Echo, back to where we was before. All right, so start sticking some numbers. Manchester will be a bit different now. Variable yet. All right, so 25. I'm going to say the surface is dry now. It doesn't look like it's wet. Now calculate that. Full length 1/down 0.4. 1/down 0.4. Flex to temp is 64. And it's a 145 across the board. So we must have a lot more passengers on before. So we've got nearly the same fuel. 145, 145, and 145. Flaps 1. Nose trim, if you like, down 0.4. Job done. We can definitely get to flight level 210. That's in the box. That's there as well. Secondary flight plan. We'll just copy the active. We shouldn't have any issues. So we should all be good to go. Seatbelt signs are on. We'll ding the cabin to let them know what's going on. And let's prepare for pushback and departure. Yeah, it's Dave. What, Dave? Want me to close something? Oh, right, sorry, Dave.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Who's closing these then? Me. Alright, so that's all good, and we'll remove the chocks and cones. And we'll just go back.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And beacon goes on. Fuel pumps are on. You can go on. Won't be long before we get going backwards. And we'll scan for system 1. We'll take what's going to happen on departures. We'll have a butchers.
Locking gear.
I want to face east.
Release parking brakes, please.
East, I think. I don't know why.
Commencing push.
Alright,
All engines clear.
beacon
Start
light.
at will.
Beacon light is on, and we'll start the engines. Fuel pumps. Should be behind the... I don't know where any of these are, to be fair. 2. 1? 1. Hydraulics. Okay, engine 1 is available. We'll just have a look at this message quickly. And we'll start engine 2. This will just be the load sheet telling us it's all as is. Good. And starting engine number 2, please. And then we'll head off down there. And get going back to Manchester. And then this will be where... That'll be where we finish this test stream. I'll go and watch it back. Make sure everything's good. What's it been? 1 hours 48 plus I had to go and make a phone call quickly. Wasn't so quick. I actually prefer to fly the IAE engines. I do over the CMF. CFM. CMF. CFM. Same shit. Alright.
Please set
Good
parking
engine
brakes.
start. Parking brakes are set, Dave.
Unlocking gear.
And APU bleed is off. Master switch is off. And I'll wait for you to tell me you are clear. Flaps 1. The spoilers, we are down 0.4, which is there. Down 0.4 matches up in there. And max brakes for takeoff. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. And full left. If I get my foot on the pedal right. Full left. And full right.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin
Checked.
removed.
Right controls checked. I'm going to
Left
sneeze.
is clear. Right is clear.
Alright. Ooh, yeah, baby. Official Jetstar A320 and A321 reference handbook. Just 2 sides. Anti-ice not required. Ecam status is checked. Pitch trim set and the rudder. We didn't neutralise the rudder, did we? We have now. I don't really use that check sheet so much, but it's been that long since I've flown. I have to keep checking. Alright, everything looks good. Where's Dave? Dave's off. He's had enough. So, taxi light on. Belfast traffic easy 702 is taxiing runway 25 from main terminal. Now, did that work? 122.8. It says it did. Right. Get a bit of power. Looks like we're uphill here a little bit. Everything looks good there. We've got taxi lights on, beacons on, seatbelts are on. Everybody's fastened in. The only thing I want to just switch off is the dome, so I prefer it like that. Cabin and takeoff config is secured. Now I just need to find out where the bloody hell I'm going on the ground here, because I don't know this airport at all. I think it's literally all the way to the end, isn't it? Yeah. All the way to the end. Still pretty misty out here.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you. I'll do a quick brake check. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't disconnect the brakes when you manually brake. It should disconnect your auto brake. Didn't. So I don't know if the Fenix has had an update and something needs to be keyed for that, or whether it was just me. But I can easily fix it. I can just press the button, but shouldn't have to. Alright. Strobe on. Runway lights. All right. Left turn onto the runway. Right turn even, Ryan. Sometimes I do amaze myself. All right, take off. A little bit of a roll on this one. Manflex SRS runway and auto thrust is blue. Back to Mank we go. Obviously, if you look in the bottom left and you can see the screen doing that, that is the frame rate generation, or the frame generation. Anyway, 80 knots, 100 knots, 140, 145, rotates. It's got a very small tailwind. Positive rate gear is going up. Right, and first climb is set. Drop the nose to get some speed. And 1740, left hand turn. Every time you think you've gone over enough, it's not quite enough. Flaps up. Alright, off we go to Lisbo. Alright, autopilot 1 engaged. And out we go. Yeah, it's still pretty misty down there, I can't really see a lot. So we're going to just go to obviously 2-1, and then obviously start our descent down, but I'll just make sure that we just fly. Again, a little bit faster than the 260 it wanted us to do before. Turn these lights off. And that's it. We're off again. And then I've got to go and do the dishwasher and put everything back the way it was. The way it should be. Right, 7,000 feet. We will make sure we've disarmed the spoilers. Should have been done earlier. And there is Belfast. All lit up under the night sky. Oh, I wonder if that's doing that thing again. It is. It's still doing it. Just got to catch it in the right place. Look. I've got no idea why it's been doing that. It was doing that before when I last flew, and it's still doing it now. Bit weird. But anyway, we are on our way, and it looks beautiful up here. I think it's that light shining through there. That's bright, isn't it? There's Belfast. we'll see you later. It's been emotional. 10,000 feet. Seatbelt signs, strobe, and landing lights off. Standard pressure already set. And we will continue to fly at 282 all the way until we start our descent again. Alright, so Volanta doesn't show anybody online yet. Luxembourg is online at this time in the morning. Things you see. I didn't declare on vatsim I was taking off, but there's nobody. I did check there was nobody else around, so just checking everything else on the other side. '21. That's good there. vatsim is still connected. Yeah, that's it. Off we go. Yes, I'm thinking of live streaming some of the other things that I do just as and when I'm doing it, so it'll just be like, oh, I've got a morning to, you know, jump on farming sim or Euro truck sim, or even my own. I've got my own personal save on Egcc 26 with St. Pauli. You know, even if I'm playing that here, I might just live stream it. But mainly the flying I want to live stream. As and when. Some of the longer flights, like I said, I'll make into videos. But yeah, hopefully we can get all different types of people included in this channel that are into sort of lots of different things that I like to do as well in my spare time. I've only got just a day off before I go back and do 8 shifts. So had a bit of a relaxing morning, and then doing this afternoon, and then so back to dad duties and making tea after this. I was going to get Battlefield 6 as well and stream that, but yeah, all my mates, I don't know, it's just another one. I'm just, oh, I don't know if I've got time. But Art Raiders is coming out at the end of the month. If you haven't looked at that, have a look at that, because Art Raiders is going to be pretty good. One of the other lads I play with, he's going to get it as well. So I'll probably get Art Raiders instead of Battlefield for now. Plus I'm miles behind everybody anyway. Alright, we're nearing Clop of Time. Clop of Time. That's a good one, that. I might put that on a t-shirt. We are reaching top of climb already at 21,000. We're just going through flight level 200 now. So only one more 1,000 to go. And then we'll already be there. And then our descent starts in 60 nautical miles, which will not take long at all. So, performance, cruise, yeah, 4:32. So literally 9 minutes. Check speed mode. No, I'm all right, thank you. I'm happy where I am. I know what my speed mode is. I put it there for a reason. Okay. So yeah, it'll want the information in for our arrival already. So I'll just go and see if we've had a new METAR available. This one was at 03. 4:50, and it's now 4:24. So yeah, I think there'll be another one shortly. I think. So I'll just hold off for a minute. Just want to check some of the settings here. 440, 60. Yeah, C4. That should be fine. Oh. Okay, so get rid of that. Rightio. So I was just doing some checks over there. Yeah, so today was meant to, I was meant to have one of my friends with me. We was going to actually turn this into like a bit of a podcast sort of thing and just chat about day-to-day life and things that are going on. Everything, bit of everything, just a podcast sort of thing, some flying, some chatting, talking about why the world is such a bad place, talking about why the world is such a good place. But unfortunately, he's not doing very well at the minute. So when he is feeling better, we will definitely 100% be doing it. We was going to turn it into a Sunday podcast sort of thing. Just talk about all the new stuff that's coming out. Like I said, it'd be anything. Topics could be about anything, but we will try and keep politic talk to a minimum. Everyone's entitled to their own views and beliefs. And we'll try and just talk about everything that's going on in the world without being too political about it. But yeah, definitely gaming, flight simming, and anything in between, anything and anything. So that's what we might be doing with these flight sim live streams. It keeps everybody, entertained, and you got something to talk about. Just me here, I'm just talking to myself. It's a bit weird. Most people get locked up if you start talking to yourself. Yeah, so we'll work it out. Try and make it a regular thing, as and when I'm obviously I work. Sometimes I work day shift and afternoon shift and night shift on a Sunday. So we'll be obviously keeping it to when we can do it. So it won't be all the time. There might even be a midweek one instead. If we do miss a Sunday, we might chuck one in the middle. Yeah, so let's just have a quick butchers because we're getting close now. Yeah, we better just see if this has updated itself now. It has. There we go. The 421 is in. So winds are 70 at 3. This will be the one that we land on as well. So 70 at 3. Temperature again is 10. Mild, but it's not. But it's not freezing. QNH again is 1032. It's just the same across the pond as what it was before. And I should know the barrow reference. I know the other one's 2 something. This one is a bit higher, I think, than that. Yeah, a lot higher. 412. Okay, barrow reference 412. For anyone that doesn't know, barrow reference is the minimum between you and the floor. For the minimum, if you are not established and you cannot land, cannot see the runway, then you must go around basically at that point. So that's minimums. That is the minimum that anything can happen, that you must decide that you're going to land the aircraft. That will be 200 feet. So it will be 200 feet, but the barrow reference for that is 412, given the height difference. What else do we have? I think that's pretty much it for now. We're just waiting on Proper descent to come around, and we want to be at 3,000, so we'll enter that now. We've got a speed constraint up there. 250 as we go over Wallasey. Wallasey, I don't even know how they say that, to be fair. Wallasey? Wallasey? Basically, just where the Wirral starts. Another company message. I think I've missed one on that. I missed one somewhere. Yeah, Easy Ops. I don't understand why you send me it. If there's no requirement to do anything, why send me it? Top of descent must be about 1508. Yeah, 16. I think everybody, all the graphics still working. 21,000. Hard to see on here. It's so small. Cruising. I don't know why it says Volanta. It shouldn't do. Yeah. Alright, so everything looks good. It looks like we're ready for our descent back into Manchester. Yeah, so one of the other, like I say, one of the other ones that I'll be doing on here is I forgot what it's called now. It's not Pilot's Life, it's the other one. How have I forgotten what it is? It's not very good of me at all, is it? Let me just find it. Because why can I not know what I do know what it is? It's not even coming up on here. What's that pilot? Something about the lot. I forgot what it is. Anyway, it's the one where we are being British Midland, and I'm actually based that out of Humberside, which is the closest airport to where I used to live in the UK. We'll start our descent now, and we'll put that back as well. Yeah, so Humberside was the closest airport to where I used to live. I'm originally from Louth, which is very close to Grimsby, for those that don't know where Louth is, and Humberside would be our closest airport. Yeah, so I decided to bring back British Midlands and use that as the airline of choice for that program. Completely forgot what it's called. Short haul edition. Something short haul edition. A bit like a Pilot's Life, but fly the line? Fly the line? Short haul edition? Yeah, Fly the Line, short haul edition. That's what it is. No idea whether there's a long haul one coming out or not, but yes, Just Flight's Fly the Line. I have got there in the end. Well done, me. Congratulations. Yeah, so we're British Midland in that, which is based out of Humberside, as I said. So from time to time, you might find me flying that instead. Or a Pilot's Life, which currently looks like this for us. So I'll just bring it across whilst we're going. Here is a Pilot's Life. It's tracking our flight back to Manchester. And here is the schedule for that I've got afterwards. So we're doing Manchester to Nice, Manchester to Corfu, which my mum's just been on holiday to Corfu, Manchester to Gran Canaria, and Manchester to Berlin, Brandenburg. So there's all those to do, but also I'm in the job market. I was trying to get to, I want to get back to Eurowings, but I've been given some new ones. Cathay Pacific, $87 an hour. KLM 80. Cayman Airlines. Canadian North. Lufthansa is terrible. Cathay Pacific's not bad though. Go and fly the A350 out of there. Oh boy, that's tempting. A350s, A321s I've sort of got, but not the Neo. So, but A350. Better fly to like Phuket and that. Or maybe we'll go back to Cathay Pacific for a bit. Fly out of Hong Kong. Fly out of Honkers. But yeah, so this is the program. If you didn't know, and it's got all of these airlines. Look, that is can't even keep up. Look, and you can apply and fly for any of them, and then get their schedules. Schedules get updated. They were last updated on the 13th, 2 days ago. So they'll have all the winter schedules in now. But yeah, fantastic program. Keeps you busy. You can't get bored with it. No way. All right, let's not forget what we're doing here though, because I can normally tend to do that very easily. So we're on our way down back into Manchester. Runway 5 left. It's not very busy there. It'll be single runway ops until it does start getting busy in the morning. It's currently 5:30 in the morning at Manchester. So I think the original first flight, I think, leaves Belfast at this time, which is when I was going to try and do it, but it'd be too close to getting stuff ready for when the boys home. So let's do some due diligence checks over here. Yep, so we're looking to get off at Foxtrot if possible. If not, it'll be hotel. So come in and we want to get off at Foxtrot here and then just pull back into where we started the stream off from earlier. That'll be decent if we can get up there. Just coming up over England now. That is Liverpool in front of us again. We came this way a little bit when we came in over the same Wolsey VOR, and then we made more of a tighter turn up towards the Isle of Man, and then a left-hand turn into Belfast. This time we're coming underneath the Isle of Man, and then we're turning into Liverpool, which we've made already, and then just carrying on into Manchester. It's that bit sorted out. I know where I'm going, I think. We'll have a medium break into Manchester, please. That's set. And we'll get the speed brake out because for some reason it's having a hard time staying on profile with a crosswind. We also need to go down to 250 knots in a minute, so give it a little helping hand. We'll turn the seatbelt signs on now and just ding the cabin. Give them a little hurry, hurry. We'll retract speed brake, or the chicken stick, as it's also known. Then now we will have the speed drop down to 250. Again, it still can't keep on profile. It's terrible. More chicken stick out. Again, I forgot it was high pressure, didn't I? Remind me of these things. So the chicken stick is out definitely now. Seatbelt signs are on, we're all good. And shouldn't be any issues here. We'll definitely catch up with the profile very shortly. Alright. Make sure we've got the lights on. Oh, bloody hell, man. And the strobes are on. Like I said, I normally just flick these on there so I don't forget about them. And we will retract the speed brake. See if it can stay on profile now. Yeah, very, very misty morning. Now, obviously, with the time difference here in Australia, for me, it's going to be difficult to fly certain live routes in Europe, given the time frame. And my boy sleeps literally the other side of that wall. My voice, if you didn't know, it travels for miles apparently. So I won't be doing much streaming at night time at the minute until probably closer towards Christmas time, I think, probably a bit more, but again, that might change. But yeah, with the time difference, it's going to be hard to fly constant, like daylight. Some people don't want to watch nighttime Microsoft videos. They want to see it all in the day, you know, looking nice and brilliant. But yeah, so I'm streaming in 2K. I am in a 4K monitor, but I am streaming it to you guys in 2K 60 FPS. So it should look okay. I'm hoping it does. I'll have a look at it. I said myself when I'm making some tea. But yeah, so flights, if I did try and do some around Australia, obviously that would be current day. I don't like flying without using the real world weather and times. Just won't do it. I don't see the point. Why would I like to do it live. So yeah, we will obviously work on that. So going to Cathay Pacific could be good, A350, and then we could do some European flights with British Midland. Quite tempted to take that, but I do like Easyjet because it's good. It's good to fly the old Easyjet aircraft around. The old Fenix A320 19 and 21 is brilliant to fly anyway. So, but yeah, let me know if there is anything you want me to fly, any places you want me to go to, you want to see. Drop them in the comments. Send me a message. The Facebook group is in the comments. That's where I post like going live. Obviously, this is just a test flight. I haven't done that for this one, but that's where all my stuff goes when videos come out, or if I need any help from you guys. And there will be a Discord channel coming soon. I just honestly can't be bothered to set one up. It's too much hassle. I've got it there, but to get it all like done and dusted, yeah. For now, I'm just going to leave it to here. But yeah, so there will be some more FIFA content coming shortly. I think there should be another video going live today. So just keep your eye out for all the stuff going on. And let's get this plane into Manchester, because it's coming very, very quickly. All right, 4,000. We are going down to green dot speed, and we're going to need to slow down probably a bit quicker than before, I feel like. So we'll get set up early. There's no harm in it, and there's also nobody on. So we'll go flaps 1 now. So we head down to 3,000. Manchester traffic easy, 702 is 15 miles, runway 05 left. We'll call on short final, Manchester. All right. make that left turn any second. Should be quite low now. You can see it's foggy again, as it was when we left, but I don't believe it's MVFR, so it should be okay. Just gotta have your wits about you a little bit on the way down. And flaps 2, localizers alive. We'll see if we can catch it. And then look, watch this. Here it goes again. I just believe that you meant to be at 3,000 there. I just feel like that should be maybe a little bit lower, or ready to capture it before. But approach mode is activated. We'll just stick to that now. There we go, 3,000 feet. Glide slope captured. We'll go gear down. Flaps 3, speed check. And speed check flaps full. I don't normally say speed check, but I feel like I should. Everyone else does it. Alright, ground spoilers are armed. Medium auto brake, just to try and get us off at Foxtrot, but it's no problem if we miss it. And we are established, so once we get to about 5 miles, we'll call short final for landing. Everything looks good up here. You want your ILS on, do you? Okay. Alright. Easy Ops has sent us a message. No requirement. Right, back into my favourite airport. Manchester traffic Easy 702 is 5 mile final, runway 05 left. Last call 05 left. Manchester. Church down there. Yeah, the best way to come in is over the top, because you come in over like Stockport and that. You get a bit more of the lights. We'll just give this a turn off. That on now. My plane. It's not. It's like the fog might have lifted now. Very, very variable wind. That 5's just dropped off, so it just knocked us a little bit. We'll just get back on course. Little 2 red. 2 white. The last one we dropped off massively for some reason. I think it was the rain that put me off.
Hundred above. Minimum.
Continue.
Flight slow.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Beautiful. Spoilers And brakes. $60 knots. There, see, it worked that time. Manual brakes. That's Papa, so it should be this next one that we want on to the left. Wherever it is. It's there and I've missed it. Where's the line? There was no line to tell me it was there. Do they not use it anymore? Where was the line? Maybe they don't use it, look. Turn off there. Oh well. Turning round. That's annoyed me. Wowzers, why is rudders are having a right nightmare? Anyway, we're off. Landing lights off, taxi, strobe, and we'll get some master power. Manchester traffic, easy 702, clear of runway 05 left, taxi in, stand 1, Pier Bravo. Start that. Flaps. All the Easyjet planes have gone out, by the looks of it. Let's do some housekeeping. We'll just park up and it'll pick it up. Just might need a little tickle just to get us going, I think. I'm back into stand 1 where we started 2 and a bit hours ago. Alright. And we will be on this first one. Just there. Alright, engine 1 off, APU is on, and I've lost my mouse. There it is, it's back. Hey, what am I doing? Don't need that on. Beacon off. And seatbelt signs off. We will go to GPU because we're not going to be starting a backup. Turn that off. And that is it. Oh yeah, that's right. I turned that off so it doesn't ask me to. I wonder what the beeping was. Yeah, so there we go. Flight completed. We're on external power now, and we'll get GSX to come and deboard us. And that will do us. I'm guessing they're going to want an hand with this, are they? Looks like it. I don't know what I did there. You've ended up on here, look. Pressed a button, I did, and it went to the end. Alright, are they opening now? Hey!
Passengers deboarding starting.
Alright, so thanks for anybody that joined. thanks if you're still here. I haven't really looked too much, to be honest, but yeah, it was just a test flight to see how it's gone. I changed a few settings, and I've got to change another couple. But as far as I'm aware, everything seems okay. I'll watch it back. There will be more of these coming, but I'll try and let people know. Go into the link in the description there, and you'll see the Facebook page. Just give it a like. All my stuff that I do will be in there as and when. I don't have any schedules because of work and having a child and having to juggle all those sorts of things. So I just do stuff when I can. This is just for fun, nothing else. I'm not here. I'm not here to make a living out of it. I'm just here to do it for fun. So thanks again if you did watch. Thanks again if you came in whilst it was on. Thanks again if you've watched it back on YouTube a bit later. Let us know if there's anything wrong with the video that you need me to fix up. If you can spot any of the issues, let me know. And I'll catch you again on the next one. Cheers.